Shape Adventures. My name is Tammy, and today we're going to be going over the timeline that I went through for my EB-3 visa for a nurse application. So let's just jump right in. I recorded all of my dates, and that's pretty much it. So July 31st, I sat my NCLEX, and August 2nd, I found out that I passed my NCLEX. August 22nd, I signed a contract with my staffing agency. So that is like a bit of a jump. That's like a big bit of a jump. I took about a month to like weigh my options, weigh the pros and the cons, decide whether I wanted to do direct hire or if I wanted to do staffing agency. Between that time, like I set up appointments with like the various staffing agencies to like hear their story, see what it is they were offering, their bonuses, their wages, if they were prevailing wage or not. But I have videos on those. And when I decided like which staffing agency would be better for me or if direct hire would be better for me, then I signed the contract. So after I chose my staffing agency, I signed the contract on August 22nd, 2021. And my staffing agency sent me an ETA, which is just a form that you have to physically sign and mail back to them in the US. So after I signed my form and mailed that back, they received that on September 13th. So after they received it, they submitted my application to USCIS on October 11th. So after you complete the ETA, they submit a form that's technically called an I-140 form. And this form is submitted to the USCIS. And this is just like a preliminary form to see if you qualify, I guess, for like the green card or the visa. And the USCIS either approves or rejects or basically defers your application. They call it like request for more information. So my I-140 petition was filed with USCIS via regular processing. It was filed regular processing because I did not complete my English exam, and regular processing could take anywhere between 12 to 24 months, which is why a lot of people would prefer to be filed premium processing. That's why a lot of agencies will have it, we assured premium processing, we file you premium processing, because it's a difference between 2 weeks to a year to get in a decision, which is obviously like a huge difference. And that is why you should sit your English exam way before I did. So I found that I passed my English exam November 12th. And after I told my agent at my agency that I passed my English exam, they went ahead on November 16th and paid for my visa screen, which is just something that CGFNS does. This is another step in verifying your document. So CGFNS will request that you send them your results for your English proficiency test, and they request that you actually verify that you passed the NCLEX. They do a lot of the verification, but with me, I had like a bit of a hold up. I had to email them back and forth because they said where I have my US license, but they took forever to like actually check off that I passed my NCLEX. And it's like, if I pass my NCLEX, then I had to get a license. So why can't you just check it off? But that's a whole other segment. Moving on. So November 16, 2021, my agency paid for my visa screen. And also on November 16, 2021, my agency upgraded my I-140 petition at USCIS from regular processing to premium processing. And after they did that, I got my approval for my I-140 petition on December 9th, 2021. And I got my approval from CGFNS on December 14th, 2021. So within a month of upgrading my petition and within a month of paying for my visa screen, I got the go-ahead from both USCIS and CGFNS. So by December 17th, I was basically finished with all the preliminary documents. On December 17th, my official NBC documents were submitted to the NBC. So when I say my official NBC documents, it's basically like your passport pictures, your police clearance certificate, your birth certificate, scans of your passport, like all of those documents that your agency will ask for or your direct hire organization will ask for. You have to submit those. February 11th, my fee bills were paid. And February 15th, I finished my DS260 and I submitted my DS260 application. So the DS260 application is just basically your visa application. So, we're going under a EB-3 visa, so you have to submit the application. So that application is called a DS260. You fill it out and then you submit it. After you submit it, they ask for supporting documents again, but this time it's more of your agency's job to deal with that section. So your agency submits more supporting documents, and then you wait for you to be considered documentarily qualified. I was considered documentarily qualified on March 9th, which just basically means they have reviewed all of my documents. Everything that's supposed to be there is there, and I am ready to be able to go into a US embassy to have a US interview. But at this point, when you're documentarily qualified, you're just waiting on a US embassy date. So my appointment was given to me for my US Embassy date on March 29th. So it took about 2 weeks from when I was determined to be documentarily qualified from the NBC to getting an actual appointment for my US Embassy. Now, my appointment at my US Embassy was April 19th. So it was a 3 week interval between receiving the appointment date to the actual appointment date. So I called like the same day or the day after I got my appointment date. I called the only doctor for my country, on my island, to set up an appointment. I would say call your doctor like immediately. First, identify the doctor, because you can't go to any doctor just to do your medical for the appointment. You have to go to embassy specific doctor, and usually they're pretty booked. My doctor was able to put me in for March. Sorry, my doctor was able to put me in for like April 2nd. So I completed my medical on April 2nd, and I went to my visa appointment on April 19th, and I received a visa approval on April 19th. I received my visa packet from my embassy on May 18th, and I arrived in the US on June 27th, 2022. So, all in all, it took about 7 to 8 months for me to get to the US, and it could have been a shorter time if I had just done my English exam ahead of time and not like waited or procrastinated or anything like that. So if you do have any questions, just let me know. The response to my channel has been overwhelming for me. It might not seem like a lot, but I really am happy for each and every subscriber that I have. Just a month ago, I think I was at like 20 subscribers, and now I'm at like 57. I'm very specific. So if you could like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. I answer all of my messages on Instagram. So you can follow me on Instagram at ShayButAdventures, and you could follow me on TikTok at ShayButAdventures25. Once again, I am so happy that you decided to watch this video to the end. And if you could leave a comment, I would really appreciate it as well. So happy venturing!